Hello everyone, welcome to the second video tutorial on Tkinter. So in this video, we will learn how to create this following graphical user interface. So you can see we have a simple GUI. The title is vending machine. We have a couple of products for the vending machine with the code and the price. Then we have label that says enter product code. Then we have an entry, then another label, then another entry, and then a button says process. So we will try to create this using the concept that we learned in the last video. So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna sign in or sign up for an account on Replit, and then click on the button that says create tuple. I'm gonna choose Python and just click on create tuple. Okay, and then we'll do these step by step. So if you remember from the last video, the first step, so step number one, you have to import the Tkinter as TK. Step number two, you're going to create the main application window, which is called the root. And the class that we use to create the root is TK. Okay, be careful that TK is T uppercase, K lowercase, but this TK is both lowercase as we define here. Okay, so root is like your canvas, empty canvas, where you're going to start putting your elements, the GUI elements. Step three. So we're going to make sure our window is up and running, which is why you need to have the step number three. These three steps are required to get started with your application, which you will see in a second. You can see it here. The first thing we're going to do after creating our main window is change the title. So you can see right now it says TK, but we want to change this to vending machine. Okay, so how do I do this? So I'm going to add these steps. Remember, step three is basically the last step. Actually, let's say this is final step. Okay. And then we'll add the other step after our step number two. So step number three, changing the title. So to change the title, what you have to do is you have to write root, because that's the name of your window, and dot title. So title will allow you to change the title, and let's say okay, step number three, we change the title. So right now by default the title is TK, but if we run it right now, you will see the title has been updated to vending machine. If you do a full screen, then you will see the name. Okay, so we change the title. That's our first thing to do. Next, we're going to add some labels. So remember, labels means the text that you see on your application. So let's create these three labels. So we have product code for Coke, KitKat, and then enter product code. So you have three labels there. So I'm going to make them one by one. So step number four. So first, I'm going to create a Coke label. So let's call this Coke label. You remember the command tk.label. That's the command that we use to create a label. First thing, the first parameter is root. The second parameter is the text that you want to display. So we'll say, what's the text that we want? We want the text to be product code for Coke. Okay, so I'm going to write product code for Coke, which is 1001, and then we also want to show the price of it. So I'm going to say 250. Okay, so that's the text that will be displayed. Okay, I'm not going to pack this right away. So this time we're going to do this slightly differently than what we did before. So I'm going to first create all my labels that I need. So step five. So then we have a KitKat label. So let's call it KitKat label equal. You can also copy this step number four and then just change it instead of writing this again. So what we can do is, instead of doing it again, we can just copy this line, paste it here. Then instead of Coke, just change it to KitKat. And here you're gonna write KitKat, which is 1002. And the price we want is 175. Okay, so that's my label number 2, step 6. So here I'm going to create my next label, which is enter product code. Okay, so we will say code label, something like this. tk.label root text, enter your product code here. Okay, so we created the label that will be displayed. Step 6 is done. Remember, if you click on run, you're not going to see these labels because you have to pack them, right? So we'll do them at the end after creating all the labels, entry and buttons. We will do that. So we did the first 3, then we want to do an entry. So step 7 is creating the entry. So we'll say product code entry. If you remember, the command is tk.entry root. That's it. Done. Next, we want to have another label that says enter. Actually, the text is not right. We can just say enter money, right? So let's do that. Step number 8. So step number 8, I have to create another label. So we can say price label. Okay, so again, tk dot label root text, enter and mount. Okay. That up. Okay. So we're done with step number 8, which is creating the price label. And the next, we need another entry. So this is for product price entry. So you can say product price entry equal to tk.entry root. Okay, we are done with that one as well. We just need a button that says process. Okay, so now create that's step number 9. Okay, then we have our step number 10. Here we're going to create the button. So let's say process button. And the command is tk dot button root text is process. Okay, so we are done creating all the elements that we need, all the widgets. You can also call them widgets or UI elements. So all these are done, but remember we need to pack them in order to see them. So step number 11, packing the widgets. So here we're gonna start seeing the widgets. And another important thing about the packing, the way you pack them, that's the way you see them. What I mean by this is you can pack something first. For example, if you pack product and code ng.pack, this item will be displayed first. So whichever is getting packed first, it will be displayed first. It's like a stack, so you'll see it. So we want to first pack my Coke label. Okay, starting with step number 4. So Coke label dot pack. If you run it, now you will start seeing that Coke label. Okay, so you can see product code for Coke. As I said, whatever you pack first, that will be displayed first. And then we have KitKat label dot pack. You can see that next. As I said, this is like a stack. When you pack them, it will be one after another. Okay, so KitKat has been packed, and the next thing that we're gonna pack is the product code, which is the code label dot pack. Okay, let's check my code, just make sure everything looks good so far. And you can see they are looking good here. And then we have product code entry dot pack. After that, we need to have the price label dot pack. Let's test my code one more time. And as you can see, it says enter your product code here, and then it says enter an amount. Set a dash here. Okay, then we have our product price entry. Product price entry dot pack. And then finally, we have to pack our process button. Okay, so now let's test our GUI, and you can see that we are ready. So we have our product code. We have the enter product code here, enter an amount, and then we have a process button. Obviously, the process button is not going to work because we haven't coded this. But these are the simple 11 steps that you can use to create this simple GUI. Hope that makes sense, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.